Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today, I'm going to be doing my winter everyday foundation routine. Something I've been doing for about a month and I love it. So let's go. So I start off with my Real Techniques beauty sponge and some Laura Mercier translucent powder. And what I do is I put this powder on my face before I apply any other product because I have oily skin, and I find that adding this powder really helps absorb the oils on my skin so that once I start off with my primer, my foundation, you know, it's already taking care of that oiliness. Okay, so moving on to primer, I go in with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Mattifying Primer, and this is definitely my go-to primer. It helps keep my skin even more matte throughout the day. I have oily skin issues, girls, so I need all the help I can get. And what I do is I apply it in my T-zone, on my forehead, along my nose, around my nose, on my chin, above my upper lip, all the same spots that I put the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And what I like to do is I kind of tap the product into the skin instead of rubbing it. I think it works much better that way. And now for foundation. So I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation in the shade Truffle, and I fell in love with this foundation not too long ago. And what I do is I start off by applying it under my eyes. And actually, I just remembered I completely forgot to color correct, and that is very important. I need to do that or I'll pay for it later. So I go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal Orange Corrector, and I have the most amount of darkness around my mouth. So that's where I'll concentrate on applying the product, on my upper lip and right under my lower lip. And I think that once I do that, I'm able to manage kind of my skin discoloration on my face. So what I do is I go in with the Morphe M439 buffing brush, and I just buff that product into the skin. So now that I'm done color correcting, I can go in and continue my foundation. So I started using this stick foundation about a month ago. I was in Sephora and I was looking for something different and something new, and I've been wanting to try these stick foundations for so long. So I decided to go for it, and I do not regret it one bit. So what I do is I apply about 2 stripes on each cheek, one stripe on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and around my mouth. And then I go back in with the Morphe M439 brush and I buff in the foundation into my skin, and it disappears once you buff it in. I swear, it's like I have nothing on my face, and that's exactly the kind of foundation that I love. So since I already did my eyebrows, filled in my eyebrows and put on my lashes, I find it a little bit harder to buff in the foundation with my bigger buffing brush. So I go in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush just to get around my eyebrow area because I don't want to smudge all the work that I put in, and just to make sure that everything is blended perfectly. So something I always try to make sure I do is to never forget to add foundation to my neck, because you really want your face and your neck to blend in together and not, you know, have your face be one color and your neck another completely different color. So I add 2 stripes on my neck, then I go back in with my Morphe buffing brush and I just buff that product in, because like I said, you do not want to go out there looking like a crazy person. Your face is one color and your neck is another color, and then people are looking at you like you crazy. I'm gonna take these earrings off because they're getting in the way. Okay, so moving on to concealer, I'm gonna go in with the NYX HD Concealer in shade CW08. And what I do is I add a little bit right in the corner of my under eye, and then a few little stripes along the side of my face. I don't do the huge triangle thing. I think it looks ridiculous. I already look ridiculous enough right now. And then I go in with my Real Techniques sponge and I just dab the product under my eye. So I go in with the flat area of the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge just to blend in where the concealer meets my foundation. I find it creates a more natural look that way. Okay, so it's time to set my concealer, and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. For a bit of powder contour, I'm going to go in with this Sephora blush in Tree Hugger actually, and my e.l.f. Cosmetics contour brush. What I do is I just dab it into the powder blush and I apply one stripe on each side of my cheek just to create that contour outline that I want. And then once I'm done doing that, I go in with my e.l.f. Cosmetics stippling brush and I just buff the product out. I find using a stippling brush allows me to keep that natural look, and it doesn't, you know, make any harsh lines or enhance any of the harsh lines I already had on my face. So it's a technique I use all the time. I love it. So now moving on to bronzer, I use the COVERGIRL Queen Ebony Bronze. I love it. Look, I'm almost done, but I have another pack, so don't worry. And I use a fluffy powder brush and I just apply that on the top of my cheeks and along my forehead just to add a bit more color to my face. So now that I'm done with all the powder products, I go in with my NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray and I just spray that all over. I really love it. It gets rid of that powder look and allows me to look fresh. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to go in with my NYX Lip Liner in Cappuccino, and I always use this no matter what lip color I'm using. I love it. It's the perfect brown shade, and I definitely recommend a brown lip liner for any women of color when you're applying any type of lipstick, especially nude ones. So for this look, I'm going in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi, and it is one of my favorite nude lip colors, hands down. Okay, so there you have it. This is my winter everyday foundation routine. I really love this look. I really feel great. It's natural, it's matte, but the lashes add some sort of drama to the look. It's something that I've been using nonstop. It's a look that I've been doing nonstop since I found my lovely, beautiful Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick, and I really love it. I go out there, I feel good. I don't feel like I have too much makeup on my face, so I really hope you learned a new technique, and thank you for watching. I can't wait till my next video.